Oh, dearie me, what is this patch? All right, guys, welcome to the channel. So we've got the details here for the, the patch that's going to hit tomorrow for Marvel Rivals. So this is the support buff patch before Season 2.5, where obviously Ultron's going to get added, and they're promising even more balance changes. I think there's a change here to Adam Warlock, which could be absolutely ridiculous. Also, the Spider-Man nerf. I mean, it's not really anything. I don't think this is going to matter too much. Let's just break this down. Let's get stuck into this, and let's begin with the Vanguards. Captain America gets a survivability nerf. The Sentinel of Liberty will see some reduction to his survivability. Base health has been reduced. It is now 600, and it used to be 650. So this is going to help. Obviously, less health. Yes, he gets health bonus from the team up and all of that stuff. But I mean, obviously, Cap running around on the point, it is super frustrating. It is kind of annoying. He's going to die a little bit quicker now. He's basically got 50 less health. It's not a massive nerf, but it's probably a welcome one, to be fair. I don't really think there's many negatives here. Obviously, if you're a Cap player, there's a negative. You've just been nerfed. Doctor Strange gets a buff. That's right, you heard it here. He actually gets a buff this patch. Now, he's been nerfed relentlessly, and rightfully so. He was really powerful. But this is a buff to his ultimate. So Steven will experience a reduction in the energy cost of his ultimate ability, amplifying his mystical menace on the battlefield. I do love the way they write the patch notes. Anyway, this is what the details are. Decrease the energy cost to unleash the Eye of Agamotto. Ultimate ability from 3,400 to 3,100. So you're going to get your ultimate faster if you're playing Doctor Strange. I think every Doctor Strange player is going to love this. His ultimate is obviously really good. It's like one of those fight-winning ultimates. Everyone's seen a Doctor Strange fly in from the portal onto the point, pop his ultimate and save the game. It is fantastic. So yeah, he's going to get more of that. Obviously, like I said, he has been relentlessly nerfed since the game launched, effectively. And I still think he's okay. I think Magneto is the best tank right now, though. If you're looking for that shield tank, it's interesting that he hasn't been touched in this patch, though. Groot, well, he gets nerfed and his walls get nerfed. And they say the Floral Colossal's ability to isolate enemies and block damage will take a minor hit. And the health of Ironwood Wall has been reduced to 600, and this used to be 700. And again, I think this is needed. Groot is one of those heroes, though, I'm seeing getting banned out quite a lot in comp. Not as much as like Hulk and Spider-Man or whatever, but Groot is frustrating, especially on certain maps, because he's very effective at blocking healing. And if your DPS don't want to destroy the walls, then your tanks die. He's super effective at that. So I think this is actually quite good. I'm all for this. Yeah, I play more support than I do tanks or whatever. Nerf the Groot wall. Right then, let's talk about the duel list and let's talk about Spider-Man. So this is amazing combo, and it's going to get nerfed. We knew this was getting nerfed specifically because the devs actually spoke about this a couple of days ago. But, I mean, we've got the details now, and this is, like, so minor, it literally won't do anything to Spider-Man. So they say this: we're tightening the webbing on Spider-Man's hit detection range. Decrease the damage range of amazing combo from 5-meter radius to a 4-meter radius. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but it's effectively a 20% reduction in the range, radius-wise, of the ability. So it actually is quite smaller. But again, I don't think this is going to matter too much. I think Spider-Man is still going to be really good at isolating targets in the backline. I still think he's going to find a lot of opportunities, if he's not banned, to get played and get quite a lot of, well, value, I think. So this is kind of like a bit of a weak nerf. I feel like they don't want to nerf him too much because they don't want him to be unplayable. But yeah, I don't know. This isn't really much of a nerf at all. Winter Soldier. Bucky is getting a combat upgrade, ramping up his threat level and firepower on the field. Adjust the Tainted Voltage ability to have 2 charge levels while keeping the cooldown time unchanged. Again, we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out, but I don't think people were really asking for any sort of buff or power increase to Winter Soldier, but I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below how you think this is going to work out, oh dear. Okay, let's talk about the Strategist, right? We're going to begin with Adam Warlock. So this is, like, what in the world? So they say this: we're enhancing Avatar of Life sustainability to keep him in the fight, keep him fighting for cosmic justice. Add a new effect to Quantum Magic. When a critical hit lands on an enemy, reduce the cooldown time of Avatar Lifestream by 1 second. Now, Quantum Magic is your primary fire. Every time you land a crit with this ability, I know it's fairly... It's not difficult to land shots with Adam Warlock, but I'd say it's not a hit scan weapon. It's a fairly slow-moving projectile in the grand scheme of things. But whatever, who cares? You land a crit with this, a headshot. Well, obviously, you know, it's going to give you a 1 second reduction in the cooldown of your heal. This is massive, because remember what Avatar Livestream actually does. Because if you target an ally, it bounces a stream of healing, which also heals you. And if no ally is targeted, then it heals you anyway. So this is massive. Like, if you're getting attacked and you're landing headshots with your primary fire, you can, like, your heal is going to come up a lot faster. I think we're about to see the rise of Adam Warlock off this. This is actually insane. This is like, if you're going to land these crits, you're going to pump heals like you've never pumped heals before. It is a bit of a bonkers change. It's a power shift, because remember, they were not happy with Soulbind and how powerful that was when it came to Adam Warlock being an anti-dive hero, but I think that only really applied at the highest level of gameplay. I don't think it mattered to me and you on the ladder. It only really mattered at the high esports level. So this is like shifting the power into saying, like, look, okay, if you can land the skill shots with your primary fire, you'll be able to heal more. But just think of it like in the context of a game. If somebody tries to attack you, I like to use Venom or Hulk as an example here. They're really easy to hit the crit box on those guys. They jump on you, you're just going to spam primary fire into them and keep spamming out your heal. You're going to be really hard to kill with this. It's actually, it's a bonkers. It's actually a bonkers update. This is crazy. And remember as well, you get 2 charges with Avatar Livestream. So yeah, this is crazy. Honestly, this is crazy. Adam Warlock mains. How many of you out there is, I don't know, but let me know what you think about this. But I think I'm reading this like I need to be playing Adam Warlock now. This is actually crazy. Cloak and Dagger gets a damage buff, and I'm really confused because I feel this was not needed at all. I don't know. Cloak and Dagger mains, you go in on me. Let me know what you think about this, but this just seems mental to me. So Ty and Tandy are sharpening their blades and cloaks for more impactful strikes. As Cloak, increase the damage of the Dark Force Cloak from 75 a second to 80 a second. And when you dagger, increase the damage of the Light Force Dagger from 15 to 18. Now, okay, look at this, right? So if you're in the Dark Force Cloak form and you're doing damage to people over time, you're going to do an extra 5 damage over time. But if you're as Dagger and you're doing damage, you're only going to do an extra... Well, you used to do 15, now you're doing 18, so you're doing 3 extra damage. So it's not as more, or as an increase as when you're in the Dark Force form. But I think this is going to just be outrageous when you're in the healing form, when you're literally Dagger. Because you are just going to... I mean, that's a lot of extra damage. Think how fast she attacks as well. Think how the attack is essentially a lock-on attack. But this is going to be like... This is a major power increase for Cloak and Dagger. I actually don't know why they've done this, because Cloak and Dagger is massive amounts of healing, even more damage now. This just seems crazy to me. I think, yeah, this is just wild. She may, well, I say she, they may also become, I don't know, like the new Adam Warlock in this patch. I don't know. I still think Adam Warlock's change is insane, because you're landing the hits, you're just going to have loads of healing. But this is crazy. Like, in terms of just raw value, you're just doing more damage as Cloak and Dagger. This is crazy. This is actually mental. What the hell? Lunar Snow. So she gets a buff, and we're ramping up this K-pop sensation damage output when she strikes enemies from a distance. Adjust the damage fall off of light and dark ice from 60% at 40 meters to 75%. Now that reads weird, because that almost sounds like there's more damage fall off when I read that out. But I think, again, I can't test this because this is not live in the game at the moment, but I think what they mean is you're doing 75% damage at 40 meters as opposed to 60% damage, because they do actually say in the little dev comments that there's a damage output increase when she strikes from a distance. So I think that's what's happening there. This will be kind of nice, you know. I mean, yeah, fine. This is pretty good, but I don't think it's anywhere near as strong as the other 2 buffs we've just discussed. I think they're a lot stronger. But then again, I suppose with Lunar Snow, I mean, this is, it's like a 15% damage increase, if I'm reading that correctly, which could be bonkers, actually. Oh, dear. Mantis. So Mantis's stun now does more damage. We're empowering Mantis's damage output to reflect her true fighting spirit. Increase the hit damage of Life Energy Blast from 50 to 55. In fact, actually, that's not a stun, is it? That's a primary fire. I'm an idiot. That's her primary fire. So that is, again, pretty ridiculous. You've got an extra bit of damage there, 5 more damage. It adds up. Like, the thing is that when you look at these increases, you start having discussions about breakpoints and how many shots it actually takes to then kill a hero, whatever hero that might be. More damage means less shots, means you've got easier breakpoints to achieve, which means you are more deadly. So those are the strategist changes, and I think they're actually they're crazy. I don't know what the Adam Warlock one is. That's crazy. That one is. And the Cloak and Dagger one. The Lunar Snow one's probably crazy as well. And the Mantis one is like whatever. Just does a bit of extra damage. But I still think Mantis is obviously going to have issues. Because the problem with Mantis is she can't really... When she gets dove upon, if she doesn't have a stun, then it's all over for her. Which I suppose is fair enough. Because if you've got a critical cooldown which isn't available, then you do deserve to be punished. So, I don't know. But those support changes, let me know what you think about them, guys. They're a bit... I don't know about them. They're a bit strange. There's also a change to team-up abilities, and this is a Captain America Winter Soldier team-up. A Legendary Alliance gets even mightier boost. Upon leaping to teammates, Stellar Impact will provide 50 bonus health to allies within range. So this is kind of a nice little change. But again, I'm pretty sure that this team-up is one of those, it's just very thematic. It's not really that effective in the game. I don't think I've seen many Caps and Buckies actually spamming this or doing whatever with it, so I don't know. But maybe they do. Like, I'm not a Bucky player and I don't play Caps, so maybe I'm just talking absolute crap. But that seems like kind of a nice little change. Alright guys, let me know what you think about this. I mean, my initial reaction to this is these support changes. I'm very worried that when you start just giving supports loads of extra damage, then that makes them like... It forces triple support meta and it pushes the game in a direction it went in kind of early days, and then it kind of had to be the devs had to take action to get rid of that, which was good that they did it because we don't want to be moving back into goats. Believe you me, if you've played Overwatch and you played through goats, yes, at the highest level of gameplay it was actually quite intriguing to play, well, to watch I should say. But on the ladder it was not particularly the best thing ever, so we don't really want to see triple support meta becoming a thing. But there's a chance it might actually really become a thing. So, I don't know. They just seem insane. All right, guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Yeah, I've been Stylosa, and this patch goes live tomorrow if you're watching this video today on the 29th of April. And, yeah, we're going to have to sort of see how this shakes out. But I think Cloak and Dagger is going to be in every game. And Adam Warlock can land the hits. Is just going to be bonkers. And, well, yeah, Lunar Snow's pretty strong as well off the back of that. Let's be real. A Mantis, decent little buff. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you soon.